For a long time, Sweden has been viewed as a standard of what a great society looks like. However, Sweden is also a country that doesn't go without its fair share of problems. How's it going, everybody? My name is Leroy Kenton, and this is another episode of FTD Facts. Now, before we continue, guys, if you love learning about our world, give this video a big thumbs up. And for all you newcomers on FTD Facts, if this is your first video that you're watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as well as that bell notification. It is free. We post videos daily here. Now, before I jump into the struggles of Sweden, just gotta ask a question to you guys. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think about Sweden? Let me know down there. Now, I want to start off with talking about the migrant crisis in Sweden. Back in the year 2015, during the height of the refugee crisis in Europe, Sweden was the country taking the maximum amount of refugees at almost 10,000 new immigrants coming in every single week. Now, Sweden had built a reputation as a humanitarian superpower for having the most welcoming refugee policies and the most generous welfare programs in the European Union. Over the past 15 years, around 650,000 asylum seekers made their way to Sweden. Now, this is causing things to not work out so well for Sweden. There's been a big lack of integration among non-European refugees. A huge percentage of immigrants of working age aren't actually working. Now, check this. Sweden has the largest gap between workers and non-workers. Sweden also has the biggest employment gap in Europe between natives and non-natives, and the social strains continue to get even worse. Now, because of the high volume of immigrants that came in, that affected, of course, the unemployment rate. Due to the huge influx of immigrants into Sweden, it has struggled with a high unemployment rate, and an expert actually said that Sweden is statistically one of the worst countries at the integration for foreigners. This is mainly because Sweden is a highly complex country where you can't really get a job without education. And many of those who are coming into Sweden are uneducated in terms of their schooling. And in Sweden, foreigners and immigrants are 3 times more likely to be jobless than local people. Now, of course, most of us know that living in Sweden is super expensive. So let's talk about the housing prices. Housing and apartment prices in Sweden are off the charts. Now, it's much harder in Sweden than any other country in the modern world to find a place to live, especially when you're looking in a big city like Stockholm. So of course, it's much harder for people that didn't grow up in Sweden and that are well established to find good housing. Now, this next struggle that Sweden is facing is kind of complex. I'm going to do my best to kind of break it down and explain it simply for you. The Swedish government is being forced to refund billions in taxes after Swedes deliberately paid too much as a consequence of the negative interest rates being implemented in the country. According to data that was released by the government in 2017, Sweden completed 2016 with a budget surplus of 85 billion krona, which is approximately 9.6 billion US dollars. And around half of that was actually due to individuals and businesses paying more in taxes than they needed to as a means of actually making money. The Sweden taxation system is set up in a way that allows Swedes to earn interest by paying more in taxes than they need to and leaving it in their taxpayers' payment accounts. So this may benefit Swedes trying to save a bit of money, but it also costs the Swedish government a substantial amount in interest payments. And finally, I want to look at the educational system in Sweden. Sweden, once recognized for high quality education and known for things like free preschool, formal school at the age of 7, no fee paying private schools as well. Well, now it has seen its scores in Program for International Student Assessments, PISA, assessments plummet in recent years. This big decline in Sweden follows a large amount of changes in the late 1980s as well as the 1990s that transformed their entire educational world. So is Sweden losing its prestige as being the epitome of what a great society should be? Join in on the conversation, guys. Leave your thoughts and comments down below on your thoughts about Sweden. I can't wait to see you guys in another episode where we share facts about a different country or culture or religion or anything else in our world. Leave your suggestions down below as well, and don't forget, follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram. Link to that is down below. I look forward to seeing you there as well. Until next time, guys, stay educated. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, and if you love learning and just want to find out more about Sweden and other countries in Europe and the rest of the world, here's a playlist of videos where you can do just that. Come back here each and every day on FTD Facts for new videos, and I'll see you soon.